Hey everyone, so I'm back with Kitchen Chronicles now. Y'all see that? So I made a video last night and it was going really good. I was almost done until I got disturbed. But anyway, that's when you live in a house with people. So it is February 20th, I think, and I had a revelation of some sort because yesterday was an editing day with my editor. So when I say editing day, that's when I meet with my editors. I try not to say meeting because meetings just have a negative connotation these days, especially in the pandemic. I think all of us are finished with Zoom. But anyway, I realized something. I realized that writing, like I said in the past, like writing is a skill that I want to work on, right? Oh, no, I can finish this. And I really feel like I'm preparing for the Olympics of writing. Our writing ancestors did not lie to us. All the writer YouTubers and authors, they all say it. And I knew it. I prepared myself. I said, Alex, this is, you can put in some work and this and that, and you might not have a life. When them old writing and ancestors and the authors who are on YouTube now say, you don't have a life, sugar dumpling, I want you to know what about your hand. You don't have a life, okay? Listen to me. If you don't know, I write Sundays, right? The full Sunday. Well, not the full Sunday because I have church, but like after church in like mid-afternoon, I write straight down and I could write until like 2-something o'clock. I try not to go that late anymore. So now I stop at 12 and I finish anything I have to finish by Monday, and I try to send it on Monday as well. After my 9 to 4. I work 9 to 4, but I have a work phone, so technically and then Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I meet. Hopefully, I think we are gonna be able to start meeting twice a week. But I said all that to say, you don't have a life. And I feel honestly when I hear persons who are strong in sports. Sorry, I thought I heard a dog. Strong in sports, like who are really well known and popular in their sports and their teams, talk about preparing. They always talk about the sacrifice, not just the not being able to eat anything they want, or not being able to duck practice or whatever, but literally it's so much time. And it's not even just time doing it. Yesterday, I sit on my couch and I treasure silence right now, because after having a 3 hours editing session, like you just want to sit and like it's weird because my mind will be kind of fatigued in a way, or my mind will just be like off in the wind, and then my body is be like jittery, like and I'm not anxious and I'm not overworking myself, but it's like I'm on a high, but then my body's still getting used to the high and it's trying to go down. So even after you finish work, your brain is still on your book, on your writing, on what you can improve on, what you have improved on, and how far you come. Like, I'm so grateful that it's not even just what all the things I need to work on, like, but also the things that I have grown in. So you don't have a life. Because it takes so much mental capacity, right? Like, it's like you don't have a life. Saturdays, which it is Saturday, is normally my rest day. So I'm gonna tell you guys this. I'm coming up with a new schedule because I don't want to take 6 months editing, because it's just so much, and like honestly it's just. So what I'm doing is, and see, I didn't finish that sentence, but I feel like that's a ... That's just like a moment. And I do a lot of ... like continue in my novel. And I'm probably gonna have to cut that. I don't know, but I really like it, because sometimes that's just how days be like. Or maybe that's just me and I'm reflecting them. But Right now we do 1 chapter a week, but I want to start doing 2 chapters a week because I calculated, and I wish I had my big book with me, but it'll take me into July and it's February. I'm not about that life. So what she said I could do, which I didn't know before, was that I could send her 2 chapters a week. So I'm not going to do it this week because I need to prepare myself for that. But after this week, starting next week Saturday, I'm going to do 2 chapters at a time. So a Jabez and David, because they always switch Jabez, David. So the purpose is to Saturday and Sunday writing. And honestly, I would like to send both. I don't have to send both at the same time, but throughout the week, I'm trying not to write throughout the week because Saturday and Sunday I wake up and I have church and I have like a dance practice here and there, depending on how the previous night goes. But I could kind of just flow in it and there's no pressure. But once I start, like my 9 to 5 is getting hectic, which I guess is a good thing because that means we're getting a lot of work done. Well, not necessarily, that's actually a toxic way of thinking, but we have a lot of stuff going on right now, which is good. So I could go into my sessions straight after, like 30 minutes after work. I was gonna say not really because sometimes I on the phone until 4:30, but I could do that. But what I can do is write after work. I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's not it, fam. It's not it. So I have to switch my rest days. I need a rest day. When I say rest day, I need like a day that's block off. So Friday is gonna be a rest day. So after work is nothing else, and I already scheduled that. So now my new schedule is gonna be Saturday and Sunday write and edit or whatever. And remember, when I say write, I just have like a skeleton of a draft because if you watch my very, very first diary, I was saying how I didn't realize I didn't have much paragraphs. I just had so much dialogue. Now, Jabez chapters have paragraph, but I still need to put a little thickening. But David chapter is a lot of talking. So it's like literally me putting a lot of fat on the bones. So I'm not coming from scratch. Like the substance is there, but I have to develop it. So yeah, and I think I could say it in this one because I was going to make a separate video, but I like the mention of the metaphor with the Olympics. I really strongly believe that writing is like the Olympics, and not the Olympics in a way of you're training for that one moment, but athletes don't train for just one moment. They train for their entire career. They train for small events, big events, whatever. They train. They train. And that's how I really feel like my life is gonna be now. There's obviously my schedule, I pray, is not always this hectic because I'm in an editing process, right? So that's totally different. But even in season or out of season of a book, an actual novel, or some type of publishing, I want to be getting it in. I want to be not just known for Jabez or books I put out, but literally known for my imagination and my storytelling. And I realize, and I think that every author should realize what they have, because it shows in your books. And one of the things that I know I'm passionate about is making people believe again and making people have hope. I know I grew up in paradise because I grew up in the Bahamas, if you guys didn't know that, but I grew up around a lot of people suffering and a lot of people without hope, and the amount of homeless people right now is scary to me to the point where I could cry. And I'm like, frig it. Like, honestly, it's so much suffering and pain and trauma and cycles of abuse that it's like, we don't need another book to, mind you, my book have a lot of those stuff in it, but we don't need another product or a story or something like that with just abuse. Like, we understand that happens. We don't need a book anymore for it. Now, let me say it like this. If you want to do that, because you're not me, right? And I'm not you. But I'm just saying for me, and let me take that back. Listen, just be conscious of what you put out there, and it's gonna have things going on, but what is the purpose? What are your characters telling the world? What are your characters are going to leave with the world? What are they gonna teach them? Are they gonna teach them life sucks? Do we need another book to just say life sucks? Like, and maybe it's not a happy ending. Life isn't always a happy ending, right? Like, you only end when you're dead, if you think about it. So I'm not saying like your book has to have a happy ending. I'm just saying be conscious of what you're putting out there, and be conscious of what they're being taught. And even if it doesn't have necessarily a good ending, what are they gonna take? Imagine everyone is gonna take something different, but like overall, what is the it of it? What is the substance? What is the theme? What is it? Like, even if your character dead at the end, like, did they do something that's going to impact that person? And that's how I really feel like, and that's why I'm really becoming more passionate about my writing and my storytelling, because it's starting to come in what I wear and how I do my hair and how in the songs that I love and everything like that. I think that in my life is not, first I thought it was just storytelling, right? But storytelling is not really a purpose. Storytelling is just something you do. What is the reason behind? Storytelling is like the vehicle to get to the place, right? But you could use a bike, you could use a train, you could use a bus, you could use a plane, whatever. But where are you going? What is the purpose of you moving? And I think that's what all of us as writers need to figure out. What is the purpose of the writing? What is the purpose of us putting all these thinking hours just to say you have a book? I mean, I'm sorry. That is not my portion. I'm sorry, no. If that's the case, Sugar Dumpling, you could just write anything and publish it on Kindle. If that's really what you want to do, like, just write a little, take your primary school writing and edit it yourself and publish it out there with all the errors, if that's really what all you want to do. Or like I said, there are people who I really believe are just called to be authors and not writers, because they're so talented in their field that they're just going to use a book as another route to show their passion for something else, but it's not necessarily the writing that they're passionate for, which I think is 100% cool. But me, it's being a writer and an author, and I don't know if I've been answering this question because I've been saying it so much, but at the end of the day, I want to bring back hope. I want, when I'm dead, people to be like, she made me believe. She opened up my imagination. And like I said, it's not just books. Books right now is it, because words are just so beautiful. Like I honestly am falling in love with words, and I see the storytelling in my life and how I want to portray it in what I wear, like I said, in my writing, and business plans. Like, I'm thinking like, okay, how is this gonna burst people's imaginations, to cause them to dream, to cause them to hope, to cause them to break family cycles, to cause them to have the life that they should have, right? And that don't have to be it. I know that sounds so sweet and deep, but it sounds like that because I'm saying it with a passion. Whatever you're passionate about, you're gonna say it with a passion, and listen, people are gonna feel that. So do what you gotta do. Become the writer. Hi, Mommy. Become the writer and do what you gotta do. Mommy, say hi.
Hi.
Bye.